Okay, this is section 2.2, example number 8. And we're going to find the domain for this equation. So the domain is all possible inputs. So we got to think about this. So the domain is all possible inputs. So it's all inputs where when you plug it into the equation, you get a valid output, right? So let's think about the absolute value of x. Are there any numbers for which when you plug in the number, you don't get a valid output for the absolute value of that number? Well, actually, no. So you can plug in negative 1,000, you could plug in 1,000, and you'll get a valid result. You can plug in 0, you'll get a valid result. Try it with several different numbers, but the fact of the matter is you'll get a valid result for any input, for any real number input. So we can just say the domain of f is R, or the set of all real numbers. Okay, now for part B, we've got f of x equals x divided by 2x minus 6. So this is a little bit different, and we're again finding the domain of f. So we have to ask, are there any values for which, when we plug in x for x, where the output will be non-valid? Invalid is the word, isn't it? So are there any values that we could plug in for x where you'll get a weird result? Well, actually, there are. So remember that you can't divide anything by 0, right? You can't have 100 over 0. That's just not valid, right? You can't divide by 0. So if the denominator here is 0, the output won't be valid. So let's solve for x when 2x minus 6 equals 0. So 2x minus 6 equals 0. All right, so add 6 to both sides, and you get 2x equals 6. Then divide both sides by 2, and you'll have x equals, right? So when x equals 3, the output won't be valid, right? So when the input is 3, you'll get, we'll just find, I'll real quick show you. F of 3 equals, you'll plug in 3 for x, right? So you'll get 3 divided by 3 times, 2 times 3 minus 6. So you'll get 3 divided by 0, which is not valid. So the domain of f is the set of x such that x is a real number and x does not equal 3. So that's your domain for this function. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions on this part. You can let me know in class or shoot me. Thanks.